So before I came to Michigan, I worked at NASA. I was an undergraduate student there and did my master's degree at NASA. And had been at NASA for probably maybe 18 years by the time I started at Michigan. And it had been over 10 years since I'd done my master's degree. And so starting the PhD 10 years later was quite an exciting thing. But it was something I was very much looking forward to. So at NASA, I was a wind-tunnel test engineer, a flight test engineer. I was a senior project manager. I also was a DARPA agent for a while, an NSF visiting scientist, and taught some short courses. And in all of these, I worked on really large-scale projects that involved a lot of people in a lot of different states, locations, and even countries. And so I came to Michigan looking for a unique kind of degree. I wanted a PhD program that required me to integrate the social science findings into engineering findings. And I wanted to be able to do research at the integration of social science and natural sciences. And of all the schools that I researched around the world, Michigan really had the only program that they said, we don't just allow you to take courses outside of engineering, we require it. And in fact, we're so adamant about that you are co-advised, where your other advisor is in a field outside of engineering, and your research is at the intersection of engineering and a non-engineering field, and that is exactly what I was looking for. The faculty were really supportive while I was doing my PhD. I was a mother, I had a young child who was an elementary school student while I was doing my PhD, which brings its own challenges. And when I had to leave because I had a sick child, they were always understanding. And as long as I got my work done, they were really respectful of my personal commitments outside the classroom, and that meant so much. It really, really did. And I would also say that because I was a NASA employee while I was getting my PhD, occasionally I had some responsibilities back at NASA. And again, the faculty were always supportive and understanding to address that. And that's really important for someone coming back to get their PhD mid-career. Typically, people like myself are going to have families and maybe more significant extracurricular responsibilities than perhaps the average graduate student that's in their mid-20s. After having the opportunity to get my PhD in design science, I had a whole suite of new skills that I previously didn't have. And most of that focused on bringing in concepts and the non-engineering elements of my job that I previously did not fully appreciate. For example, I was able to understand how theories from organizational science could apply to what we do and could literally improve the quality of our engineering products, could improve the speed that we develop them, reduce the errors when we're developing them as well. Even on the psychology side, I began to understand how we thought and how our thinking can improve in doing our research. And so this work that I did while I was here at Michigan really helped me bring many different approaches to my career that I previously just didn't have. So it greatly expanded my suite of tools that I could apply to my job. My name is Anna McGowan, and I'm NASA's Technical Fellow for Complex Systems Design, and I am an ISD graduate.